Welcome in. Episode 40, spectacular.
Big 4-0.
We got the fucking homeboys over here.
Bear.
Big Z.
No more likes for this episode.
Yeah, we were listening and it's bad.
We don't mean YouTube likes. We mean we're going to stop saying like when we're telling a story or talking.
I'm going to actually have to make an effort to do it because it's such a big part of my vocabulary at this point.
We just got to remember it's better to just pause and not say it than to just
Right.
say it,
Honestly.
you know?
Right.
I remember I had one of my friend's dads was anytime I would say like, he would get pissed. He'd be like.
It irks some people.
It's a vocabulary thing, and I think that they teach it in... What is it? You go to, you can learn...
There's one. I don't know if you guys caught it.
Damn it.
I didn't catch it.
You can learn... What is it?
Is it like speech therapy? Oh,
No, it's not speech therapy. It's not speech therapy.
God
it's like...
damn, this is hard.
Well,
Wow.
that was a proper use of
That
the
was
word
okay.
like.
Right.
That was okay.
Yeah.
That's passable.
It's...
It's not speech therapy?
People... It's like etiquette. Like people...
Is it like a grammar class?
Yeah.
No. That was fair. That
Okay,
was
okay,
fair.
okay,
Is
okay.
it like a grammar class?
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Is it a grammar grammar?
Because I remember in elementary they
It's
had
more like an
grammar,
etiquette.
yeah.
It's like you...
like vocabulary.
We're not doing a good job with the
we're doing not.
Holy
We're not
shit.
doing it. Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
So
Like, if you took
people...
Are you? It's so bad. Are you talking about when in elementary school where they would teach you vocabulary and grammar in one class?
Or is this like an adult class?
No, it's... It's more like...
Oh my god,
Dude,
dude.
this is a fucking train wreck.
We need to focus.
It's
Okay.
more...
Is it for adults?
It's more upon the terms of, like... etiquette. It's just like an etiquette class. That's what I'm trying
This
to say.
isn't etiquette. This is
Then-
grammar.
yeah.
People go and they take classes that, like... Fuck.
We need it. We'll end it. We'll end it. Who cares? We need to take that class, whatever it is.
Yeah, honestly,
Holy shit.
I remember that dad.
This isn't even a bit, by the way.
This is us really actually trying not to say like every. That doesn't count. But that dad would get pissed at me. Like,
Yeah.
it really annoyed him, and honestly, I miss it. I wish he was still doing it to me, so I wasn't like this today.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, no. We don't need to say when it's fair.
Okay.
Okay. But speaking of which, my dad hates when people say right. You know, like when someone is making a point and then someone goes right after, he hates that for some reason. I remember him telling me it's such a millennial thing.
Huh. I don't know why, but I feel like I
feel that.
I feel sometimes when even I do it, I get annoyed when people go in conversation.
Yeah.
I do it a lot on the
really
podcast.
active listeners were like,
I do that on the podcast a lot.
Well,
if someone's
that's
talking,
just active listening.
But some people,
That's true.
It gets to a point where it's too much, you know?
yeah.
I have that problem when I'm talking to someone I haven't, like I'm just meeting, and they're telling me something. I'm always like, yeah, and I'm like nodding my head the whole time.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude, I said it. So much.
Listen, it all starts with the first step, guys.
Jesus.
You know, it all starts with the first step. We got to start somewhere.
It's
Yeah,
hard, bro.
start learning.
It just comes out, and then I notice after I say
we
it.
need to get.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We
Start saying,
Nothing.
like, instead of saying I feel like, say I feel that, or like I feel
as though,
right.
I feel as though
as such.
we need to get.
therefore, for the sake of the argument, to
we
play
need
devil's
get,
advocate.
we need to get a hair tie,
be
and every time
fair.
we say like,
I was snapping myself. a little
yeah,
bit with
I need to
this.
snap it.
That doesn't
Or-
hurt. That's the problem. It doesn't hurt when I do this. So.
Get a hair tie. Those things are like catapults. Did you guys ever do that
I played
when you were trying not
I
to say
played-
something?
the one where you fold up the pieces of paper.
Hornet?
and you-
Oh, Hornets.
Yeah.
When you were a kid.
Elementary.
Elementary.
Speaking of kids,
Segue.
segue.
Oh my God.
Sacha Baron Cohen, otherwise known as Borat, was filming for his show and allegedly uncovered a pedophile ring. Sent evidence to the FBI, and they
This is Borat. This is the TV show.
Yeah, let's talk about a little
Mustache.
bit, just in case you don't know who Borat is. It's kind of a make-believe character. He's got movies
From Russia, right?
Yeah, I think it's from Russia or some country like Slavic country.
Yeah.
And it's just a character, and it's just a funny little guy. But
it's comedy. Yeah.
the guy, what's his name? Sacha Baron Cohen. He has another movie called
It's a TV show.
or TV show called
Who is America?
Yeah, and he's had a bunch of weird interactions with politicians where they'll just say like there was a time where I saw that he convinced one of the politicians to just say the N-word.
Yeah.
Like it's
he got one of in the video that I'm referencing.
Mm-hmm.
He got one of the politicians to sign a waterboarding kit. But before I get into it, I just want to credit this guy, the video that I'm using, the Paranormal Files. They have a podcast too, and they probably go more in depth about it on there.
100%.
Basically, the gist of it is he was going around talking to politicians and influential people and such, and because it's like a dark comedy, he would ask weird questions. For example, he asked, well, what did he say exactly? I'm trying to remember. Do you remember? It was about the 8-year-old.
Yeah, he said that he had M-worded an 8-year-old kid to the politician to see his reaction or to see what he would say.
He was molesting, if you will.
Yeah.
An 8-year-old as a joke, and even the producers were saying this might be too far. He's like, it's a dark comedy, so I just want to see what this guy says. It was a concierge.
Yeah.
So Borat was, how do you help me get rid of this problem? Should we just kill him? And the concierge said, well, we sadly can't just drown the kid. It's America. We don't do that. But I can get you in touch with a lawyer that might be able to help you keep him quiet.
Silence the boy.
Silence the boy is what he said.
That also crazy. Saying silence the boy.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
to make a long story short, and we don't know a lot about it. I saw it. This is all allegedly. The conversation continued, and the concierge then Borat asked if the concierge could get him in touch with a boy between the ages of 8 and 15, but how he put it was bat mitzvah age.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, I could get you in touch with a guy that could get you a boy that age. And then they continued, and and the concierge was talking about how he's been in contact with, been in contact with billionaires and politicians, hundreds of them. And Mr. Sacha Baron Cohen here sent it to the FBI, and they said they couldn't look into it. So, which it's fucked, and I'm inclined to believe what I've been told because I've heard a lot of bad things about politicians and being pedophiles, and I'm sure you've heard the same thing. A certain island that a lot of politicians went to.
Well, I mean, how much more do they need for them to look into it?
Well, it's obviously a special interest thing, bro.
100%.
I mean, at this point, not to be conspiracy theorist, tinfoil hat on, but like, he has a.
Did you say tinfoiled hat on?
Yeah, the conspiracy theorist.
I just wanted to make sure that's what you said.
He has a video of this conversation that he sent to the FBI. They're not airing it for this reason.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's
Whole episode scrapped because of this, sent to the FBI, said they can't look into it.
Right.
And it's also not as if
Right.
yeah. It's not as if he just was, oh, this happened, believe me. Like something like
He sent it to the FBI.
Exactly. He has a whole video of this person being like, yeah.
And it was secret camera footage.
Yeah.
It's not like this concierge was going along for the joke of dark comedy.
No.
He was being dead ass.
Yeah, and
To
especially
use old fucking terms.
everyone who is on that show is not in on the joke.
Yeah.
Because isn't it
It's all secret camera. Like
Yeah.
they hide a camera and then
doesn't he dress up differently in each interview?
Yeah, he has a
too?
disguise.
Yeah, so like they don't know that it's Borat. This is a comedy. They're not in on the joke. So it's very obvious that the concierge was being 100%.
and he's got these politicians and people to do other things that I'm leaving out mainly because I forgot, but it's not as big as this. This is the main thing.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that FBI is just like, can't look into it. Why not?
Why not?
This dude said I can get you in touch with a lawyer that could help silence the boy.
Speaking
Speaking
of silence, who's been in silence recently?
Cody Cohn, another good segue,
Oh.
dude. Another good segue. We're on fire right now.
Yeah, dude. That was better than mine.
Yeah. We should. I was thinking about this. Maybe every time there's a segue, we should stop going, "Oh, segue," and just go with the segue.
I don't know. One of our friends said it was a good bit.
Oh, yeah, I like it. I like it, honestly.
Because it signifies the transition.
Yeah.
You know.
Sorry. Go.
Yeah, this
About
is the
Cody.
pedo pod.
I don't know,
All of our
'cause-
topics revolving around this type of stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's just crazy because like I feel like every week there's a new person coming out and they're like, "Oh, he diddled kids." It's like,
You're doing the likes.
Sorry.
Did you not notice? You did like 3. I just did 1.
But it's just crazy. It seems every week there's a new celebrity, influencer, politician.
Well,
blah,
especially
blah,
now,
blah.
dude. Like the Sacha Baron Cohen one, the dude posted that video in April. Cody Co's deal was last month, I think, is when it
Yeah.
resurfaced again. This has happened before, and I noticed. I said like, don't you know? And the next person we're gonna talk about is this month.
Well, yeah, I think
Could be last month too, but
it's just kind of weird when they don't say anything about it.
well,
Like
here's
in,
the thing
in,
with
in
Cody-
Cody Co's case, like
This
I
is
don't
what
know.
I'll say. It's not super like yes, it is. Okay, hold on.
be careful.
Be
That's what I'm
careful.
I don't know
saying.
what you're trying to do,
Be careful
but
with
be
that. What
careful.
you're about to say.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not super. I feel like why most people and some are like, yes, you're weird. Why would you do that? And I'm along the lines of that as well. Because if he was 25 and it's, what I don't understand, 17,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was 17.
right? At least it's not like a fucking like 13-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least
Right.
she's
Yeah, I
mature
mean,
a little bit.
If you're, I mean, you're picking your poison, you know.
And she was
one's-
in social media at that time. That's all I'll say. That I'm not saying that makes an excuse for that to make it happen or anything.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
ju-
saying
Did
it
you guys
was.
just hear that noise?
Is that you?
It was. I think it was my foot.
Oh, okay.
The one thing that,
But no, it is weird.
the one thing that,
Cause if I was 25, no,
no,
I don't see that happening for me.
no shot.
No.
Right. Not even for me. I don't see that happening in my discretion. You know what I mean?
Under your watch. Is
Right.
Under your watch.
Right.
Well, okay, and the thing I brought up when I first heard about it, like when it first came out, when Tana first mentioned it,
Mm.
which was years ago, I was thinking it's legal. They were in California. It's not legal in California. 17 isn't the age of consent in California. It's 18.
Oh,
It is
okay.
18. Okay, I
So
didn't
it
know
is
that.
illegal.
I didn't know
I
that.
thought it was 18 across the board.
Federally, I
Same.
think
I thought that it was.
I think
Yeah.
the federal law is 17, but states really decide when it comes down to it.
Oh, okay. I just.
Because Alabama's 16.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's weird. Is it
That's
actually?
Yeah.
Can
I
we
saw
verify
TikTok
that?
about it.
Verify that.
Alabama.
It's weird to search up.
Oh yeah, I'm.
And that's the weirdest one
Just
because
do it.
everyone's like,
It's-
"Oh, you're from Alabama. You're fucking your cousin."
And underage people.
Yeah.
Because 16 is not it, dude. 17, I guess, could be debatable, but 18 really should just be where
Yeah,
it's at.
16 in Alabama.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. I want.
What's the youngest? Look up the youngest.
want to
I think-
so weird.
I think
That is
Alabama
weird.
is the youngest. I think they're the youngest. I think 16 is as low as it goes.
Okay, we'll go with that because I don't want it.
At least, so we know California's 18. You're positive?
Yes, California's 18.
Okay.
Utah's 18. Most of the West Coast is 18.
Okay, so yes.
I'm pretty
so it was
sure.
illegal. That's what I'm saying. It was weird. I don't see that happening in anyone that's like out of all three of us.
Well, it's
Does-
better.
And does it really
Right.
like
It's
does
like-
the
it's like it's-
distinction need to be made, honestly?
No.
No,
Because it is weird regardless.
Because it's like whether she was. I mean, let's like I don't know. It's just weird because it's like it's 17. It's illegal and it's weird. So like I'm giving you a double negative.
Yeah,
For it
fuck
being-
that.
For it being like illegal and it being weird too.
Right.
Like, 3 pretty pedophilic. Like
Illegal.
yeah, like
If
I don't know.
confirmed.
Like I'm just kind of
That's
like,
that's what I was meaning when I made my statement earlier. It was
Yeah.
like, okay, the age gap isn't that weird because if it was like, okay, let's see, 25, 17,
8 years.
8 years. So if I was 40 and she was 32, that's not that weird, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about in the sense that she was right under 18.
Yeah.
It's not legal in California.
Yeah.
So yes, that is I don't feel like he thought at all.
Yeah.
Really.
And
Because if you think about it,
Let me just double check. Let me make sure that California is 18.
Well,
Hey Siri,
there's no way it isn't.
what's the age
Because
of
then
consent in California?
because then people wouldn't be freaking out.
Sure.
18.
Yeah.
Um,
So it is.
Here's the thing: to put it as mildly as possible, it's creepy and weird.
It's
To put it as mildly as
it's
possible.
creepy and weird.
But I will say this.
Sucks as a creator because we all love them.
Yeah, bro. And here's the thing.
It just
I
keeps getting-
do like. I don't like it actually. I wish he would say something, but
There's another like.
I don't know. I feel like when creators are accused of something, 9 times out of 10, when they don't say something or they take a while to say something, they're trying to get their ducks in a row to prove their innocence more so. When someone is fully wrong, I've noticed when someone has done something wrong, like that, they say something.
Yeah.
Usually.
No matter what. Right.
But I'm not saying this is making him innocent. But if he goes too long, people are gonna be like, "Come on."
Well, that's
come
the
on,
thing.
you
It's
know?
I feel.
But then, sorry to cut you off. Then again, I look at his YouTube videos that he posts like 5 days ago or 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
2 days ago, and he has like over 1.2, or like 3 days ago, 1.2 million. It's not like he's falling off. If anything, he's
Mhm.
getting in more traction to his
Yeah.
account from all
It's
of
just-
this,
I-
because half of her followers are being like, or like me, just like people are learning more about him because of all this fucking shenanigans.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
So
what.
it's bringing traction.
That's. I feel like it's the one
Could
thing.
be milking. Who knows?
The one thing that's creepy, I think, is.
Well, but
I
real
feel
sorry.
like
Sorry.
it's-
No, you go. No, you go.
I feel like it's been. That's another like, but I feel it's been out long enough for him.
It's been
to,
years when it first came out.
Yeah, like it's been
You know?
long enough for him to kind of to come out and say something. Also, on his Reddit, anytime someone mentions it, he has the moderators like delete it.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the
So,
most damning thing of the
yeah.
whole.
So
Is that in YouTube and Reddit, all of them.
yeah,
You go through the comments, you won't see shit about it.
yeah, because he has people deleting them, and it's
That's damning.
That's
That is weird.
and it's also that mixed with not talking about it.
Doesn't look
A
good.
pretty damning case.
If
That's
he was
true.
just not
Yeah.
talking about it and he was letting people comment it,
Mm-hmm.
then I would be more inclined to be like,
No, I agree with that.
he's
Yeah.
probably didn't do it. Just because Tana Montague is not the most reputable source. Like, you
Yeah.
want to believe the victim, but she doesn't have a great track record.
Yeah.
I can't go off of what she says without the proof, but since he's doing this, I'm like, he probably fucked up.
Yeah.
Well,
most definitely.
I thought about it a while. When I first heard
I
about it,
wanted
I'm
to
like,
say something, but I don't know how much I know, so it's not.
I don't really know too
Okay.
I'm
much.
gonna say this after the pod, because it's more of
is
like
it about Cody?
It's more it's about all this, but it's like how much does, like she said it nonchalantly at a concert or at
A live podcast.
at a live podcast
Yeah.
that she was having. So it's not like it was like,
As close to verbatim as I can be.
or was it nonchalantly? Or I didn't even
I don't
see
know.
it.
As
I didn't
close
even
to
see it,
verbatim as I
so-
can be, I watched it. As close to verbatim as I can be, she said,
Wasn't the
I-
question about like the smallest dick that you
yeah,
had?
what was the smallest dick? And she said, Cody Ko. And then everybody laughed.
Mhm.
And she's like, but it was okay. I was 17, so it didn't matter. That's how she said it.
That's weird.
I don't know if she said it that fast, but it was something along those lines. That's as close as I can get without rewatching it or just playing the clip.
Yeah, that's weird.
I
It
don't
is
know. We don't know.
nonchalant.
We don't know too much about it.
I don't remember how it was
So-
said the first time she mentioned it, because I remember it was mentioned a while ago, and then it just died and then came back. I don't know. I when I first heard about it, I was like, is Tana the best person to go off of?
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he's filtering the comments now is
That's
not
true,
a good
yeah,
look, dude.
yeah.
Like, come on.
At the end of the day, I agree. I think it's more of like a.
He's throwing himself in the hole at this point with that.
If
be
it-
better
if
than what
it-
it'd be.
He threw himself in the hole when he fucked a 17-year-old.
Well, yeah, yeah. If
Like-
if it's not allegedly, you fucked up.
Yeah, like
You know.
Yeah.
And it also raises the question: is he filtering it because he doesn't want Kelsey to know, or does Kelsey know already?
yeah,
I
that's
was
another.
wondering about that.
That's a whole nother weird rabbit hole to go down. With,
Right, if she had a
if-
kid
If-
too.
this
Yeah,
is in
if
the
they
sake
found,
of-
like, if
Right.
she knew, or and apparently, like, when did they met? Like,
Not that long after.
yeah, not that long
It
after.
allegedly happened.
Yeah. So, like, sorry, I keep saying like, I know, but it's
I seriously.
that's another
Hold on,
whole
real
rabbit
quick. We'll
hole.
pause. I'm gonna try to remember and to do it. It's gonna be really hard, but I'm gonna try to have a like counter for this episode.
Oh, in the corner.
Yeah, we'll see what I can do.
Should we do it? I mean, you're the one editing, so if it's too hard, I wanted to see if we could do it per person who had the most.
Like
likes.
right above us. I'll see. What
Okay.
I
I
can
feel
do.
like I've been doing better.
No, that was a proper use of it.
I feel
That's true.
as
I
if-
won't count proper uses.
Proper
I'll
uses
go
don't
through
count.
it if I really do it, and I'll go through it and I'll analyze it.
I feel as if I've been doing better since we started talking about Cody Co.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch it more. The beginning 10 minutes was rough.
But to
saying
go
it.
back, in
that
this
was
scenario,
not a bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was not a bit.
in this scenario when that it for sure happened,
Mhm.
does Kelsey know, or is he trying to hide it
That's
from
the
her?
thing.
If he did it, it seems as if
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to hide it from her. You know,
That's what I'm saying.
in a sense,
That's what you're
because
saying.
all of his stuff is the comments are getting filtered.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
But
gross.
then
it's creepy.
again, here's the thing. There's no way he's able to go onto Kelsey's account and filter the comments without her knowing. So either
But
she's
there's-
got comments on her stuff.
there's no way
or
she
he
doesn't
did-
know already
Yeah, she's
about
gotta
this
know.
whole thing. There's 0% chance that she just has zero idea of zero
I
idea.
guess it's
of what's
more
going
debate
on.
is if did she just find out? Did she just find out when it first came
Yeah.
around? You know,
It's weird.
Yeah.
or did it not happen? Who knows? But it doesn't look good for him. I'll say that.
I don't. It's weird. It's creepy. It's pedo.
We want to talk about one that's even worse, though.
Dr. Disrespect.
Dr.
Baby.
Disrespect.
I was trying to find. I was gonna wait for you guys
And
to either
it's-
say
it's-
that word or like I was trying to.
like the
hunt.
scenario you were talking about. I'm pretty sure Dr. Disrespect's the girl he was talking to was 13.
Oh really?
I think so. It was like around that
Yeah,
age.
verify that.
Whoa.
Look that up.
whoa. But it's.
But it's that's depressing. I never really watched Dr. Disrespect, but I know he was one of the first like big streamers on Twitch.
He's the one that plays.
He's one of the OGs.
He's the one that
Also-
plays Fortnite most of the time, right?
Like I don't know, Call of Duty maybe something.
and he
I don't
dresses up most of the time as in like latex,
He's got the
spandex,
mullet and the sunglasses and the mustache.
mustache, right? If I can remember, I'll put a picture in.
know. So apparently, do you remember when he got banned off of Twitch, and it was like everyone came to his defense and was like, "This is bullshit."
Because nothing happened.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason he was because he was on a separate Twitch account sexting a 17-year-old.
Oh, 17.
I think so.
Speaking of which, what's crazy is when he was playing Fortnite one time, he killed a guy in Fortnite
Mm-hmm.
that said Dr. Disrespect cheating on his wife with minors.
Yeah.
That was the name of the guy in Fortnite.
Yeah. And this was like what, years before?
Which
And
is
years
obviously a
ago.
troll account, which he was like stream sniping him,
Yeah.
sniping him or something.
He got banned because he got
that,
caught
like-
sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to shut up. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. I'm trying to find the age.
I feel like I thought I heard it was 13, but I could be wrong.
Also,
Which
I
would be
will say this.
horrible, dude.
The-
That's crazy.
I saw the clip of when everyone found out. He was streaming when everyone found out.
It was Elden Ring, wasn't it? Yeah.
It is like
It's eerie because of
yeah,
the music, too.
it's genuinely freaky.
You see him look down at his phone and he goes, and then just doesn't talk and continues playing.
Yeah, but he just continues on, just completely silent, looking at his phone, people talking about it in the chat,
Yeah.
and he's just not acknowledging it at all.
And what's crazy
And
is
he's
right when he looked at his
silent.
phone, some intense ass like Elden Ring music came on.
Yeah.
Right as he looked at his phone.
He had just, I don't remember where he was, but he had just gotten to a part where it was like the eerie music.
Yeah.
And it was like,
It's unfortunate. Why do people have to do this shit? What the fuck? It's running rampant at this point, dude.
I don't even understand how they could not even put themselves in the position, but like, I mean, yeah, I guess that. Like, how do you even get in the position to do that? You understand what I'm saying? And then and then have that be logical in your head, yeah?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like I've been listening to Chris Hansen's podcast, To Catch a Predator.
The dude, yeah, okay.
And then it was before all this shit came up when that Spotify decided to be like, hey, listen to this, because I had finished listening to Theo's podcast at work, and then I just started playing it, and it was interesting.
By the way,
The-
real quick, did you listen to the one with the Suicide Boys?
Mm-hmm.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
They actually know each other from something. Scrim and Theo.
Oh.
Because they're both from Louisiana.
Okay,
I didn't know that. Okay.
He has been tweeting and saying he didn't do anything wrong. Like, this isn't like an actual tweet. He said, "I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid." What do you mean no wrongdoing was found?
And I was paid. What do you mean?
Restitution, maybe, is what he's referring to.
What's that?
Like when people like try to take you to court and stuff, sometimes you'll get paid when
Oh.
you're falsely
And it
accused.
says
But that already happened?
But I mean, it's not
Might
like
not be restitution. I could be wrong with the term.
I mean, it's not like there was no wrongdoing. You were found sexting an underage person, like, and they have the messages.
Yeah, see, and you know,
Like, I don't understand
this
why
came
there's
to
no
light
wrongdoing.
just
Right.
barely, and it happened years ago. Like when he was 38 or something. He's 40 something now.
So apparently, he responded to someone named Jake Lucky, tweeting, "Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract."
Oh, Twitch paid him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't even really know it. We don't know enough to talk about it. I don't know.
We just don't. We can't do it. I don't know how. We need to figure out to be more like podcasters. How do they do such a deep dive to figure out so much information to talk about it? You notice when people talk about this type of stuff, they have all this shit, and I'm like, where are you getting this?
Right.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. I don't either. He also
We're just kind of
apparently-
like, we're hitting the tip of the iceberg,
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
essentially.
And during the end of the session,
But I feel like we kind of, I kind of feel like we kind of dance around it pretty nicely, you know?
What do you mean?
Like, we know what we're kind of talking about, and we, like, get people interested a little bit. We're like,
Mhm.
whoa, what's this dude doing? And he, like,
Have a discussion at least.
right.
About it.
Yeah.
It's not like we just, like, say
Well,
this
we're-
is this and that's that.
I mean, we are ill-informed.
been using that since day one, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
During a stream on June 23rd, Dr. Disrespect received a message that appeared to dispirit the streamer. And that was when he found out that this shit was coming back to light, or not coming back to light, coming in light, because to my knowledge, I don't think it was.
I hadn't heard anything.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything
until
before it.
now.
And then during this shit, he said he might be stepping back from streaming altogether, explaining that, quote unquote, "I'm just feeling burnt out."
We touched on that a episode ago, I think. Being burnt out as a streamer. He
But
doesn't get burnt out. He hasn't really taken
But that's the
breaks.
thing. That's why he's
you know?
saying he's like stepping back from streaming, is he's burnt out, not this.
Because he's got shit to figure out now.
yeah. Well, he's got I mean, I don't know.
Allegations now.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I don't get it, bro. Why does this happen? Why does this happen? It's always fucking. It's either just some random Joe Schmo, but for some reason the likelihood of pedophilia in people that are rich or well known, percentage wise, is pretty high. Think about it. Just like for Hollywood, the Hollywood industry, how many people are in it, and how many people have been either arrested or accused of being a pedophile or sexual assault, the percentage is high for the industry.
Right.
Same thing for influencers. Why does that happen? You know,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
like Minecraft YouTubers, that shit was insane. How many of them did shit?
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
So it says that he literally pretty much admitted. He says, "Were there Twitch whispers?" So the Twitch whispers are, I guess it's like their version of like WhatsApp or something.
Just like a direct message.
Yeah, it's a direct messaging thing. He says, "Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017?" The answer is yes, and that's a direct
Okay,
quote
you're
from
fucked.
him, referencing the Whisper direct messaging product on the platform. And then it says, "Were there real intentions behind these messages?" The answer is absolutely not. You can't just say like, "Oh, like I sent a bunch of like weird shit to an underage girl," but there's no intention behind it. Obviously, there's intention because you sent the messages.
You don't know this person. You're talking to them
It's hard
over
to
the internet. It's like,
It's
what are you
so
going
hard
to gain
to say though
otherwise?
because she was such a big creator at such a young age.
This is Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect.
Oh,
This
I'm
is
so
just some
sorry.
random girl.
Right.
Yeah.
We're talking about something completely different. But even if it was completely different, she's 13, so we're not talking about that. We're talking about what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, like he's literally saying like Hold on, let me.
So
He said, okay, he sent messages that, quote, that sometimes lean too much into the direction of being inappropriate.
Okay, dude, that's it. You're done. You're screwed.
to a 13-year-old.
I can't find. I can't.
And,
The
like,
age is
hey,
underage.
Yeah, the age,
Right.
like,
And he was 38 or something.
yeah, it
Which
doesn't
is
really.
a bigger. That's what I'm saying.
That's huge.
In
Yeah.
not in Cody's defense. What's another word I could use? Because it's not in his defense. I'm
In
not defending
contrast to
anything.
Cody.
In contrast to him, right? It wasn't 25 to 17. It was 38 to fucking 13.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
We're not talking about like that's fucking what, almost 20 years, almost.
Something like- yeah.
Almost like
Well, it's probably no. That's 25 years. If it's 13, it's 25 years. 38.
to 33, right?
All of his
And
brands.
that'd be 20. Yeah.
All of the brands that are partnered with him are cutting ties.
Well, bro just said that he was leaning inappropriately talking to an underage girl, and he's 38.
Yeah,
From
like,
what I
What
know,
do you
is
expect to happen?
Yeah, like I don't understand like why he's like
from what I know,
acting like he's innocent when he's like, oh, no wrongdoing was found. It's like, bro, what do you?
It may not like be illegal where you went with it, but it's still very wrong.
Yeah,
And people are not going to.
and also, and
From what
obviously, it's like, oh, there's no real intentions behind it. It's like, if you send messages to an underage girl, of course there's intent and there's like,
right?
if you're
Who's
leaning
reaching
in
out to who?
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
if you're
it's-
leaning inappropriate,
yeah. It's just, and obviously, dude, you're 30 fucking 5. Even if there was a 17-year-old that was like, oh, you're so hot, Dr. Disrespect, you're 35.
Right.
You need
you
to
have a wife.
You have a wife and a child,
does he
bro.
actually?
Yeah.
Even if he didn't, it'd be the same.
Yeah.
But like, it's just crazy how he's trying to like defend himself or anything because there's no real intentions, bro.
is there
you
like
have a
proven shit from it? Do we
Oh,
have
he
text?
literally
He said that
claimed
he-
it. He
That's what we're
tweeted,
talking about.
yeah.
He said that I did have conversations with an underage girl, and they say he was leaning in an inappropriate direction or something.
Hold on, let me find.
He
it.
basically fucked himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not technically be illegal if it's just leaning in an appropriate direction, but you're fucked. You don't have a platform.
So this is a quote from
Way to
him
go.
saying,
Way to go.
"This is a direct quote from him saying, were there
Don't talk
were
to
there
girls that
Twitch
are
whisper
underage.
messages in an individual with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes." And then he says, "Were the real intentions behind those messages? The answer is absolutely not." That doesn't make sense. And then he also says that sometimes he'd sent messages, quote unquote, that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate to a minor in over Twitch.
What the fuck?
You damned yourself. As an influencer, you're screwed. You may not get actual prosecution for that.
How though? First of all, that's weird. How do you not get actual prosecution?
Yeah, how are you
It-
literally not in jail?
See, this is I know. I listened to the Chris Hansen podcast, and unless like because he talks about how he has started catfishing a whole bunch of predators, and none of them that don't show up to the house can't get arrested.
That's crazy.
Unless they sent a dick pic and they want to like look into it, or they asked for nudes, or something like that. They can't really look into it.
That's crazy.
But it could be a state by state basis. But for some of the ones he was talking about, they're like,
Yeah,
really
it's
do much.
unheard of. I don't
Yeah.
know about that.
see, because if it leans inappropriate, fucked. But if it's only leaning inappropriate, that's also speculative,
That's
right?
fucked up.
If he's straight up inappropriate, they might do something about it, you know. But I'm assuming he went straight up inappropriate and was trying to
dude,
save face.
Well, also he
know.
tried to meet her at TwitchCon.
Oh, there was nothing,
no real intentions.
no
by
real
ass,
intention.
dude.
But I was gonna go meet her in real life.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the pedophiles on Chris Hansen's show do, bro.
And yeah, they show, and then they're like, "Oh, I just wanted to hang out with her." No,
Yeah.
you didn't.
Yeah, dude.
We were
No,
just
you-
gonna grab a pizza.
No, dude.
You know what's
Like-
crazy on Chris Hansen's podcast? He talks about how many of these people, when they show up and he walks out, they say, "Well, they were talking to me and they were telling me they were going to be alone for the weekend. I wanted to make sure they were safe."
Safe. I don't know why the fuck they say
Some
that
random
every fucking
dude-
time.
It's also so
Some
creepy
random
when they
dude.
say that. It's so freaky when they
yeah,
say
like
that.
who the fuck are you trying to make this person safe?
Yeah, dude.
They're safe in their house away from you when they're out of the town.
A random internet dude is exactly the type of person your parents tell you to stay away from when
Yeah.
they're gone.
They don't
Not-
make you
not to help
safe.
keep you safe.
Yeah.
Or even when they're there, they don't want you to go meet some random internet person.
Yeah.
Why would you be keeping them safe? What are you talking about?
Dude, it's
And then there's a whole
they
bunch
like
of
try
them.
to play into like the I have such a good heart.
I'm a good,
Yeah,
good guys
I'm a
finish
good-
last.
Yeah.
It's like I brought over pizza. Just hang out with her. No, dude.
And then
you're
Chris
a pedo.
Hansen's like, "What about the condoms?"
Those are mine for
in your
something
fucking
else.
zipper pocket.
Dude, there's been time like I remember I've never seen a full video, but I've obviously seen clips. And this dude had brought over a pizza and like wine coolers. And he was like, "Oh, who's the wine coolers for?" And he was like, "Me. I'm gonna drink them all." He's like, "Oh, so the message is you saying that you could bring wine coolers for both of you? Those aren't." He's like, "No, I was gonna drink them all myself."
Well, what about this fucking schlong pic you just sent?
Yep, I was about to say.
Yeah, dude, it's honestly it is really eerie watching someone who's that fucked in the head try to defend themselves.
Well, dude, I was talking to Zach about this, and I'm glad we got on this topic because it's crazy. There was one of the podcast episodes I listened to. One of the pedophiles that he caught was a child therapist.
Are you kidding?
And then there was another one that was a therapist for pedophilic sexual offenders that he caught. They just do everything that's like, oh, this is the last place they'll find me.
Right.
Which just makes it all the more fucked when they do get found out, you know? It's crazy. And so many of them also, when he shows up, they're like, Chris Hansen, I love your show. They like try to butter him up and stuff, that like as if he's gonna call off the cops that are already outside.
Yeah.
Because they like his show as they're about to fuck a 13-year-old. No, dude, you're going to jail. I say capital punishment for you fuckers.
Dude,
Yeah.
in Florida they just made it so you can get the death penalty. For
Good.
pedophiles
Why
can.
isn't it that way?
I don't know. I do not know.
It's crazy that it's not.
Yeah, dude.
But it is eerie, like, especially like even not really only necessarily pedophiles, like people who have just like Jake told me about this clip where I don't remember exactly what was going on, but a killer was on a talk show, and he was talking about the details of the murder with the talk show host and the whole crowd, and he said something that he shouldn't have, where it was pretty much.
Oh no! This was an interview on the news of the neighborhood of this. The girl
you
that
tell
got
it. You
killed.
tell it. You tell it.
It was like early 2000s, and they interviewed this guy because it was an apartment complex, and he lived either across the hall or very close to where her apartment was. And they were interviewing him about her and stuff like that. I don't remember exactly what they were saying, but she asked a question, and he's like, "Yeah, I can't believe," and basically said where the body was, but they hadn't found the body. And then he was like pretending to be all sad, and once he said that, and she goes, "What?" He goes, and just walks away.
Yeah, he like it's a switch that flipped in him,
It
and like
was
there's
so
still
weird.
footage of it.
Who?
This dude who killed his apartment, like the person across the apartment.
If I can
complex.
find the video, I'll like post it or
Yeah,
something.
like it's creepy. He's literally talking about the murder, acting as if he's not the culprit, and then he says pretty much something that's completely damning, and it's like, oh, you shouldn't know that.
Because they were
unless you
asking
killed
him
her.
just questions like, when was the last time you saw her, blah, 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 how was she, you know,
Right.
stuff like that.
Because he was trying to be like, oh, I'm just the sad. I loved her. I'm just the sad little suspect.
Yeah.
He's trying to paint himself as like a victim.
And I'm pretty sure the part where he outed himself was he basically said, I can't believe they found her there or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when then the person interviewing goes, what? And then he just
But it's literally
completely changes his demeanor.
but trying to act sad, and he says it, and
He did a very good convincing job of
Yeah.
being sad, too.
and then
I
the interviewer goes, "What?" And you can just see him go, and he just knows he's fucked. It's so eerie, dude.
I don't know. I fully believe like this like happens. Like people that are like that, it's like a before birth thing.
Mm.
It's not even like you're like develop into this certain person.
I'm pretty sure psychopaths are that
Born
way.
that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have that certain trait, what's it called? You have the certain like I don't know what it is. Fuck, what's it called? Look up. I don't have my phone on me. Look up psychopath trait.
I know sociopaths aren't. I'm pretty sure sociopaths aren't born that way. I think they can become a sociopath, but I'm pretty sure psychopaths are born psychopaths.
Look up psychopath DNA type.
Or just say, are you born as...
popular DNA type?
Okay. Is it like a gene or
It's like
something?
a certain gene.
I think psychopaths are born that way, though. And
It says the psycho gene, the notion of the criminal gene, is now dead and buried. Yet there is growing evidence that some psychopathic behavior is indeed grounded in our genes and has an evolutionary origin.
Oh, what's it called? It's like a certain. Fuck.
is it a hormone thing?
Could just be a hormone.
No,
imbalance.
it's a certain. Let me try to look it up. You guys keep talking.
Well, I could have sworn. I mean, maybe it was psychopath and they debunked it, but I could have sworn it was one or the other. Was you were born a sociopath or a psychopath? Maybe it was psychopath, and they're like, nope, that's not true.
I think sociopaths more often than not end up being psychopaths, though, too.
No, they're different.
No, they're different, but because of aren't they just like they don't have feelings?
Well,
Well, they can't feel anything for anyone else.
The main difference between a sociopath and a psychopath is psychopaths get really angry. They have anger issues, and psychopaths don't. I don't think. I mean, they could, but that's not something that's commonplace for.
They just have no remorse, right?
Yeah, and almost all sociopaths have like anger issues. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm getting back into being really bad with saying like all the time.
There's sometimes when I'm watching Criminal Minds, I love Criminal Minds, but there's sometimes it freaks me out.
How so?
Criminal Minds is kind of weird where this is something I hate that they do because it makes me really uncomfortable, but they always start the episode with the first victim or like the most recent victim of why they're being called out to go help a certain town or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It like stop saying like it borderline almost shows the murder happening, or sometimes it shows like stop saying like, or sometimes it shows the victim in their like basement, or stop saying like, but in their basement or something. And it's just it's very eerie and it's creepy and I don't like it.
Yeah.
But there's also sometimes where they're talking about the serial killer, and they're like, "Oh my God, he grew up in this house. He didn't have a chance like that." And I'm like, "Well,
those shows like to do that sometimes.
yeah." They dive deep into the lore, and then I get scared.
Those shows also love to.
Oh,
do...
okay. I got it.
Well, yeah.
Indeed, most researchers in the field were appalled by the decision of the Italian appeal court, blah, 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 to cut the sentence of a convicted murderer by 1 year on the grounds that he had a version of the MAOA gene.
MAOA gene?
Yep, which has been linked to aggression and violence. So it's like a certain gene that people get. Hold on, let me scroll down. Nonetheless, the case against specific... I don't know that word, has been accumulating, notably for the low expression variant of MAOA, which known as MAOAL, which has been linked to various studies with increased risks of violent and aggressive behavior. The gene MAOA encodes blah 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 and it has a certain enzyme and blah blah blah. So it just basically it's like a rare genetic disorder that is caused by a mutation that leads to deficiency in a turn of like transmitters. So like it makes them psycho.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it changes how their brain works.
And it is genetic.
Huh.
Yes.
So
It's the MAOA gene. Look it up if you want.
No, I believe you.
Yeah.
Just looked it up.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy, though.
I'm glad you found it before the podcast ended because it's about there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, dang. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, this one kind of flew by. We were having fun this one. Speaking of getting back shots, Zach's has been getting back shots recently.
Where were we speaking about getting
I don't know.
That one's not a segue.
But yeah,
I just had to throw that one.
I just got back shots. For those of you who don't know, I've had a herniated disc for a while. Herniation on the L5 vertebrae. Been pitching on my S1 and S2 nerve.
I just want to give this
He
guy
had
a
to
big
get
old
some
massage.
good.
Yeah, it's been rough. I cannot lie, dude.
He just had to get some good food, and he's good now.
Had to get some back shots, but those needles that they do in those are huge, and they hurt.
They gotta
'Cause
go in there.
They had to do. They
gotta get deep.
They had to get big in there.
Those back shots, they go deep.
They go
deep in there.
But
I mean, they always say it hits the furthest from the back, right?
Yeah, come on.
So
I also made an ass joke, like, so we because
the
I had
doctor.
Yeah, because I had to pull my pants. Down, I had to pull my pants down a little bit because, like, they had
because he was getting back shots.
I was getting back shots. And
You're like, hey doctor, how's that looking?
so they did. So there's two different locations they were doing my back shots. They had to do them on the L5 and then the S1. So they numbed both and then nerve blockers and then steroids.
So colon and then asshole.
Colon, asshole, taint, something like that.
Right.
And after the first numbing shot, before the second numbing shot, I was still trying to be like, because they don't put you down or anything. during this. You just
you down.
like
They kill
put
you?
put you under, I should say.
They put you down to get back shots.
They say, "Oh, well, we can give you this shot for your back pain, but we're gonna kill
We
you."
have to kill you first. But it's so like there's the big X-ray. You're just on a table. You know, you can have a conversation with the doctors while you're doing this. And so we're having a conversation, and right before he puts the second numbing shot in. He's like, he goes, "Oh, the sun's kind of coming in," because it was like a surgical room, but there were open windows and everything.
The sun was peeking in.
Someone's peeking in. So I say, "We have the sun and the moon in the same room."
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Dude, that's exactly what
That's
I've
a
been
good
saying.
one.
It's a good one. And
What does he say?
and then he was about to do the shot because he goes, "Little pinch." He said something that pissed me off, but he was like, "Little pinch," and then he didn't do it.
Hopefully
And
it
I was
wasn't
like,
in that high pitch of a
No,
voice.
Little pinch.
and I was like ready for it, and then I kind of heard everyone giggling, and it was kind of weird because he goes, "I like you, Zach," and then immediately stabbed me with the needle. But it's also weird because like you're staring at my ass and you go, "I like you, Zach."
I like that ass.
I like that ass. No, they were
like
cool.
you,
They were
Zach.
nice,
Speaking of the moon,
dude. Dude, you feel it. Like he told me, he said there you can only get to a certain amount of numbingness. So
those back shots hurt.
those back shots hurt. They hurt, dude. I'll be honest with you guys.
Back shots.
Because they numb it and then they go till they hit the bone and then they go. It's freaky and I don't like it and it hurt and I don't want to get back shots anymore.
Nope. Who does?
I don't want to get back shots.
Who does?
Because it was freaky.
It was
It was
freaky.
freaky.
I was freaky when it was happening.
Why
He
don't
was
they call
being
them-
freaky.
Why don't they call them freak shots?
Why don't I come freak shots
Everyone gets freaky. when
and
they
it's
get the
actually
shot.
just anal? It's
Anal.
actual back shots.
This guy gets it.
Anal shots.
Anal shots.
Well, instead of us talking about anal fissures for fucking the rest of the episode, let's fucking segue out of this podcast for
Segue out of the pod.
our
for our
polyards,
pollards.
our true
So
polyards.
we'll stop saying like, but make sure you
Like the video.
episode and the clips.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
You guys make
Thank
my
you.
day. I love you guys, all of you.
We've
Thank
been
you.
forgetting to do this, but I want to make a fucking thumbnail with you guys.
Oh yeah, do it live on the air.
We've been forgetting. Sorry. Okay.
I almost. Never mind.
What?
No. It's nothing.
No.
We're done. We're done.
We're done.
Ending it. Goodbye.
All of this is allegedly. We thank you guys so much for listening.
All of the pedo pod section of this podcast episode is unconfirmed.
It's unconfirmed.
We have no
it's
idea what we're
all
talking
alleged.
about. We're fucking clueless. We're brainless.
ill-informed. We're stupid. I'm sorry.
It's
We're
not
dumb.
even a fact. We're disclaiming that it is non-factual. The end.
We are ill-informed.
Ew. All right, love you guys.
Thanks for 40 weeks, boys. See you later.
Appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Love you.